we'll see what happens, right?
You never know. It does look...
We bought it seized.
Yeah. Easy.
Maybe it does turn.
This motor seemed like it did want to turn.
I think the motor seized, Jim.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday to you all. Hope everybody's having a good day. We're gonna be back to some auction stuff today, primarily some mowers. It's about 7:30 in the morning. Steve will be joining me in a few minutes here. This was the Honda mower that we saw in the last video. It was, for some reason, it wasn't getting fuel. We're gonna go through this, probably quick little carb tear down, switch out some fuel lines. This thing should run and be perfectly good, and then we can post it for sale. Flat tire we gotta fix, but the tread on the tires is good, and the wheels look okay. It looks like a solid mower overall. So there's some potential here to get this thing running right and listed for sale. Some other miscellaneous stuff. We got all the mowers today. I think is going to be our game plan here, and then the trucks. We're still waiting on the titles for the trucks, so there's no rush on them. If you want to, there is a rush because we want to get it done, but there's no point in getting them power washed and stuff because they can't go for sale yet. But in case you haven't seen the video, scroll back to the 2 videos ago at this point. Scroll back and go see what we bought. We bought so much stuff from this one auction. It was insane. Everything was going so cheap, so we wish we could have bought the whole auction. But we got, I think, 44 items, and we already started selling some of them. That power washer's gone. Got 200 bucks out of that, and we only paid 30 bucks for it. That's a little one, but for the most part, that's how the trend should go. The money should be a lot more than what we paid. But we were supposed to get 10 trucks in total. If you saw that video, like we said, one of them we sold back to the owner because he had sentimental value and he was attached to it, and he had a hard time letting it go, so we did the right thing. And then the other one was a mess up in the system, and we technically won the bid, but the auction company sold it to the lower bidder, which is fine because we have enough on our plate, as you can tell here. All right, let's actually start the day on this sweeper here. This is an old model, something, I don't even know what brand it is, but it's got a Briggs on it, a 5 horsepower little guy on it. There's no fuel in this thing, but it looks promising, like it's gonna run. All the linkages are moving, the choke's moving. The gas tank is completely empty, but it doesn't look rusty or like corroded or like it's got gunk in it. It looks like somebody ran out of fuel, and maybe hopefully they did it the right way. But wheels got a little bit low on air, they got to be filled up. Overall, I mean, it looks like a potential worker. It looks like it may be able to have some more life left. The handles all move. Got an on-off switch right here that works. It's got good compression. We just got to put some fuel in this thing, see if it starts. The bristles they're in pretty good shape, actually. They got a couple things tangled up in them, but they look like they're in good shape. All right, well, that one wasn't looking too promising. It started, kind of wanted to start, and then I'll show you what I did. I did get it running, of course. We're off to a roll on these things, getting them running. This one was actually easy. I didn't pull the car apart after I was struggling there. Where is this stuff? This is non-flammable brake clean. I I don't know. This is all I had. So I sprayed this down into the carb. I kind of flooded the carb with that, hoping that maybe if there was plug or like grime or something, it would do something. Sprayed it, flooded it, pulled the cord a few times, and it didn't run initially, but then I pulled it maybe 10 times, start right up. Just dried out or something. I don't know if there was a piece of crap in there and it wasn't letting fuel go into the passageway. You never know. But I just tried that, pulled it, figured it was just something stupid, start right up, and then drove it 5 feet, shut off, and then it became apparent to me that the spark plug wire was not on. So let me show you this. Spark plug wire was not on, so I took a pair of pliers and I pinched it a little bit harder, and it snaps on every single time. It starts right up. This is a really cool machine. I'm thinking it was just a spark plug that was not making good spark, so just a little boot. So that's good, and we can go sell it now for working order, I guess. Not bad to start off. We're like 4 for 4 on getting stuff running. Alright, are you guys ready to see something good? It's probably going to be the best thing you see all day. Look at that, fresh haircut, let's go! Just got it cut. We've been messing around for the past few hours on random stuff. Got a few things sold. This sold, got the cash in my pocket, $100. Guy's coming back to pick it up. I don't know why you would... Well, I don't know why I bought this. I don't know why you buy this for $100. Maybe for the tires are okay. But the rest of it, I mean, unless you need it for parts, I guess. The motor, maybe. I don't even know if the motor works. But it's pretty much junk, this thing. It needs everything. There's no batteries. All the wires are kind of messed up. And I don't know. Sold as is. Parts, come get it, $100. Guy messaged me like that as soon as I posted it, within 2 minutes. And gave me the money, and he'll just come back and get it. That's fine. I just want it gone. Took the cab, and we were able to put it on this one. And now I really do think that this one's got potential. I think we can get this one working, and then go from there. Have a nice golf cart. Who knows? We're only $300 into it at this point, considering we got $100 for that one. We paid $200 for this one. Paid $200 for that one, but we'll just throw that $100 bill onto this one. Call it $300 for into this. I'm hoping if we get it running, maybe it's worth more with the cab. But it's I don't think you can beat that. That's not a bad deal. Trying to resurrect my mistake of clicking the bid button on this, but I think we'll do fine. That's that. And we'll get to this later on in the video. I know people want to see that, but we'll do that later. We're gonna go inside. We got to do some vinyl decals for the truck and go from there. How did I do? Let's see. I'm still tossing around the idea of making a video about how to letter up your truck by yourself. We added that one back here. Switched it to the Ziggy Brothers, of course. I did the back of the trailer just with the YouTube logo. Let's see if we could see this. Looks okay. got to change that social media handle right there. That's the wrong one, but that's fine for now because if you Google it, still it comes up to Ziggy Brothers. But that was pretty good. I mean, with this trailer, we didn't let her up this one by herself. We already had this one done except for the YouTube. But basically, I'm capable of doing all of this except for this part, since it's color. Anything like that has multiple colors on it, that's not just one color, you got to print it somewhere else or have somebody do it for you. But everything that's a solid color, even if it's white or like the YouTube logo red, something like that, like this I can make, because this is a cutout on the inside and that's the red, it's one piece. But once again, like this, we bought these because you can't make them this way. But very easy. I mean, I think it comes out good. It's easy, it's cheap, and you get to do it exactly the way that you want it done. So can't really beat that. And don't get me wrong, it's not perfect, but for the savings and the money, I mean, just to get the job accomplished of driving down the road and seeing what you got on your truck, it's worth it. If it's a work truck, you know, this isn't a show truck, this is a work truck, and truck's got paint drips, it's got dents, but from afar, you stand in here, you're passing it, you can see what it says and you can read it. That's all that matters. That's all people are going to be looking for. They can know how to read it and find us. That's all I care about, at least. What's going on, Steve?
We both got fresh haircuts today.
I know, I just showed him mine.
I look good.
Yeah.
I needed a haircut. Especially with that heat we had last week. I should have got the haircut last week. What are we doing here?
What is this? This is the golf course mower, the Groundsmaster.
Yeah. Did we show them in yesterday's video that one runs?
Yes, we did.
This one is, we tried turning it by hand on the preview of the auction and it didn't turn. So we assumed it was seized. Now we're digging into it a little bit more. We have the glow plugs out. Still trying to turn it. It won't turn. We took the belt off of the front of the engine. It still won't turn. Now we're going to try the belt on the back of the engine and see if we get lucky. It's got a big cover with some bolts and some weird spots. So
yeah, sometimes.
We still paid $50 for this whole thing, and we know for a fact, well, it's 700 hours, so it's low hours on the motor, but it still has parts. Somebody still needs this engine for parts, and or, I mean, there's not too much left of the rest of the machine. The cab's in good shape except for this door on this side.
Yeah.
But for $50, we couldn't go wrong even with the motor being seized. Let's see what happens, right?
You never know. It does look...
We bought it seized.
Yeah. Easy.
Maybe it does turn.
This motor seemed like it did want to turn.
I think the motor seized, Jim. It had a good oil level. Maybe we put something on this bolt.
Yeah, what if you can get a big pry bar in between the two bolt heads? Not
Like
big, maybe even bigger than that fire one we have. See if you can get a pipe on it. Don't crush your hand though.
I see what you're saying. No, can I get the other one?
Yeah, get the giant one and just see. You never know.
Bought it seized in our mind, so if it's not seized or if we can get it unseized and it runs, then I mean, probably has some damage in it, depending on how long it's, how bad the seizing is.
Yeah, maybe it just has some water in there or something. Yeah, right there. Don't destroy your hands. Nah, she's locked good. Is it going at all? No.
She's seized. On to the next one.
Yeah. To the scrapyard it goes. Oh well, $50. I mean, it's a gamble, but
We just dropped the glow plugs in so there's no more rainwater, just in case it unseizes itself.
yeah, you never know. Back to the topic of the video. Let's get back to fixing this, and then we should be able to wrap this one up. Hopefully, if this runs, I'm hoping it's not too bad. We diagnosed this yesterday with, I don't think it's getting the right fuel flow to it. Either the float is stuck with the needle, and or something's clogged in the carburetor from old fuel or whatever. But we'll figure it out. We'll pull this off real quick. So it looks like we got this weird like fuel shut off. I've actually kind of never seen something like this. I'm guessing this is gonna be plugged up. That's what I'm gonna. The carb itself from first inspection actually looks pretty decent down the center. We won't know until we open the bowl up. I'm just trying not to mess up any of the gaskets. Let's see. Yeah, there was fuel in it. A little bit just came out. You know what? This looks pretty good. I'm gonna guess that that shutoff is clogged. Is the needle moving? Yes, it is. So I'm gonna guess that shutoff is gonna be our problem. So what I like doing is taking this before I take compressed air, and I like blowing through whatever port and seeing what happens, because this is compressed air. The whole can is compressed air with the fluid, so you're getting the double. It may not be as high PSI as your air compressor, but it'll, if the passageway is supposed to be open and you blow through it with this with a straw, it will go through. It should. I should put it that way. No good there. Let's try it the other way. There we go. Look at that. It just seemed to open itself up. So that would, yeah. Interesting. Maybe there was something small in there, but we just got it out. While I'm at it, we'll take out this jet and just see what it looks like. Hopefully, if it's good, throw it right back together. This thing should start right up. Look at that. Slapped it back together. Very nice. So what I like to do is, well, this particular model, I'm pretty confident it's going to run. And the air filter is fairly simple, so I'm going to just slap it back together. But what I like to do is leave the air filter off if it's like one of those tough to get ones. But this one's fairly simple. You know, sometimes you got to take off a few bolts. Leave it off until you know it runs, or else you're going to be tearing it apart again anyway. But this thing should start right up. All right. Check that out. That took no time at all. That was pretty good. Yeah, that idle's nice. Look at that. There we go. Look at that. That took right away. All right, so we got a few problems to still go through yet. The brakes are stuck on it, or they need to be adjusted or something.
The brakes is when you pull this back.
Yeah.
When you pull it forward, they're still stuck on. It's just the bands around the. We should maybe.
They just need to be greased, probably.
Adjust it too.
Yeah.
Why don't we spray
some oil on it?
Sitting?
We will. And then what's it called? That O-ring for the nut on the bottom of the bowl needs to be replaced as well. It's got a slight trip.
I missed it, but how hard was it?
It was easy. It just was, there was something plugged in the shutoff valve. I think I blew it right out. That'll be a wrap, right? We still got all these plows to move around. Yeah, it's almost 6:30 already, I think.
Another almost 12-hour day.
Some random stuff, but
Yeah.
there's the belly mower, the walker deck mower.
That'll wrap it up. It's another solid day, right?
Got this running and the Honda today, so
This
that's
thing
good.
is a 1993. For people that don't know Briggs and Stratton very well, they'll have a model type and code. So the model is the model of the machine. The type is just the numbers, I guess. The code, the first 2 digits, is the year it was made. So this is a 1993, May 17th, 0517. So this thing is 30 years old. 30 years and 2 months, 3 months old.
Cool.
It works.
Yep.
It drives.
Yeah.
Should we just take? You have pictures of it?
I already got them.
We'll drive it back there.
Yeah, that'll wrap it up though for today.
Yeah, we'll start this up. We'll get it out of here, and we'll see you guys in the next one.